Okay, so over the past week, you would think that I've learned this lesson a long time ago, but apparently there's some lessons I need to learn in life. And the big lesson is you can't control other people. Um, and there's a lot of people in the world that are going to do what they want to do. And you can't control them. You can't make them do something simple as leave me alone or stop talking to me about that subject. I don't want to talk about it. Right? So, there's like, let me give you two examples. Something very micro level, like somebody texting you, right? You can block them. Somebody, maybe another level, somebody coming to your door and harassing you, or, they won't leave your front door. I suppose you can call the police. If they're not going to leave. If you're a gun owner, you might have a gun, especially if they come into your home. And then there's the big macro, what I call macro level stuff. Anything that you don't believe in, like people, groups of people buy from, I don't know, they buy from a company you don't agree with, or Big Pharma, okay? Big Pharma is a big, huge conglomerate of pharmaceuticals, and they continue to do these tests on drugs, and they test them out on people, and they only publicize a portion of their tests. You, like me, you may be like me, against Big Pharma, and you just are against Big Pharma. You're not for the drugs because they produce too many side effects, and you've seen proof of how the pills harm people, make people worse, and for the most part, and you've seen how diet can really help with a lot of different ailments, including heart disease, including Alzheimer's, including lupus. You've seen how diet can help, and pharmaceuticals just really destroy health. So those are different levels of how you can't control, right? You can't control. So, this is kind of sad, but I'm not an atheist, but I declared myself an atheist at one time in 2013, and it's not really about being an atheist. It's really understanding human psychology. It's really about psychology and really just understanding about yourself in general. You really got to know what you want. And for the last week, I just been toying with this woman. I really thought it would be a good connection. I met her briefly in 2011 on the street. It was not a good time in my life at that time. I guess I was selling cookies at the time, or trying to sell cookies for toilet paper, because food stamps doesn't allow you to get toilet paper, nor does it buy feminine products. And I saw this thing on Facebook, on my Facebook. This woman texted me or sent me a thing, but it was like a week ago, back in 2011. So it said, you have a memory from today, blah, blah, blah. So I wanted to contact her, and I did a week ago. But I found out that was not a good decision, because she's one of those Christians that are very preachy, and she likes to preach. And she's one of those Christians that think that everybody else in the world's never heard of Christ, and she thinks that everybody else that's not a Christian, right, doesn't believe like her, she thinks that they never heard of the idea of demons, right? And I don't know where. It's sad, because one part of me says, I don't know where these Christians pretend in their brain. They act like they never really thought it through, that other people that are not Christians never heard of what they believe in. And There's another part of my brain that says, come on, Sandra, you know that these Christians have half a brain. They have something between their ears, you know, that they do. It's just that they don't care. They don't care if that non-Christian over there has heard it before. They don't care. That's the thing. They don't care if you've heard it before. They just want you to believe it again. But then I go back, but they're acting like I never heard of it. They're acting like, and that's what this woman was doing. And this is the psychology part of it. When you know what you want, you can create a clear path for that destination. And what I've been saying I want peace. But I've been doing all those actions that actually give the opposite of peace, which is disease, disharmony in my own heart, disharmony in my own body, unease in my own body. When you get so angry at other people because they keep on texting you, and they're texting you their beliefs, and they're saying, I know you don't believe in demons, but I don't want you to get attacked by a demon because of what you're doing or what you're listening to. And they keep on sending you videos and videos, and you don't want to hear it. You can yell at them and scream at them and text them and give them little messages on Facebook Messenger, and even hold down the microphone and yell at them. Whatever you choose to say. Maybe you don't yell at them, but you could spend the time. That's what I'm getting at. You can spend the time putting all your energy, and they're going to continue to do what they do because they really don't know that you used to be a Christian, and they really don't know, they're totally clueless that you used to be just like them, or they don't fucking care. They don't care if you used to be a Christian. They may know, yeah, she used to be a Christian. Yeah, she used to believe in, my thing's frozen. She used to believe in all this stuff, but she doesn't now. And I gotta convince her to blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't really matter. The bottom line is, during that whole week, I would immediately said, oh, because what I did was I clicked on her name on Facebook to connect with her. So I texted her. She remembered me immediately. I didn't know who she was. She reminded me I was in a bad spot at that time. And she immediately went in for the kill. She immediately started talking about God and Jesus and demons. And, I immediately said, thank you. I don't believe in demons and all that hoopla stuff. And she immediately focused on that. That's where she went. And if I really, truly wanted peace, what do you think I would have done? Block her. That's it. No, none of this, I don't believe in that hoopla. None of this, go somewhere else, take it somewhere else, share it with your church members, have a group, talk about demons in your church if that's something that you like to talk about. No. I would have just blocked her. And that's sad to say. Not all Christians are like that, okay? Not all Christians are preachy. Some of them keep their beliefs to themselves. And some of them do go out and share their beliefs. And then some of them are the third level, like this woman. She kept on, and she kept on, and she wouldn't stop, and she wouldn't stop, and she wouldn't stop, and she wouldn't stop. And as long as you play the game with these people, they're going to play the game. There's a wonderful book by Eric Byrne, I believe his name's called Games People Play. And her and I were playing a game, and I kept on egging her on. I kept on egging on the game because I kept on saying stuff like, what do you think, I never heard of this stuff before? Do you think I'm a closet person? And I told you I was a Christian before. I used to believe this. Why are you telling me? This is old news. I don't know why you're sharing this with me, because I used to discuss these things with other Christians and read books on them. There wasn't YouTube back in the 90s. I don't think there was YouTube back in the 90s. And I just kept on egging her on. And that's sadly what a lot of people do. And the best way is just to shut that down. Shut it down real quick so it doesn't get out of hand, because if you want peace, you just got to block them. Now the question is, how do you block someone from your front door? If they keep on coming to your door, what are you going to do? Hit them over the head with a bat? No. But maybe call the police? I don't know, because how do you stop someone coming from your front door and they're knocking on your door and they're not leaving? They won't leave. I don't know. I don't know what you do. Get them to a hospital? I don't know. If they won't leave, I don't know what you would do in that case. But something as simple as a text, you just block them. And there is a way to do that. And you don't spend the energy on that kind of stuff. Even if you have to block their phone number so they can't call you. Or you change your phone number if it's that bad. Hopefully you won't have to move. Hopefully you will not have to get up and move away to where they don't know where you live anymore. But it's sad that there are Christians out there that are like this. And they want to convert people so bad that they don't see the damage that they're doing. But remember, you can't control other people. You can only control yourself. You can only control yourself. And I hope to be able to, the next time I'm in the presence of someone, I'm a little bit more aware of how I feel when I'm with them. And if I don't feel comfortable, and if they start preaching to me, I just say, okay, thank you, we're done now, goodbye. Thank you, goodbye. That way I'm not displaying any anger, and there's no, hate coming out. And I can just be curt and dry and cut and dry, and no more energy than that. Okay, thank you very much, have a good day. And then I leave. Whether it's in person or online, it does not matter. The least amount of energy, especially if I don't know them, because why am I going to spend the energy and the time on someone that I don't really know? That was a week. Why am I spending a week on that? That doesn't make sense, right? So if you're a Christian and you're watching this, please know that just because somebody is no longer a Christian doesn't mean they never heard of Jesus. It also means they did read their Bible when they were a Christian. There's a lot of Christians that don't, but there are a lot of Christians that do. And if you are a Christian and you come across somebody that is no longer a Christian and is a former Christian, please do not assume that they don't know about the Christian teachings of demons and the Christian teachings of all the other stuff, right? The Jesus, the born again, the blood, the saved, and the whole Romans road. I mean, there's so many different teachings. Jesus healed, and diseases are a thing of the devil, and diseases are not caused by, something wrong in the body, right? According to the Bible, Jesus healed all these people. Well, Christians are going to say, well, it's the power of God, okay? Well, no. There's definitely something wrong with the body. Now, how you go about fixing that, you can go to a doctor and they can give you prescription drugs. That's one way. And then, of course, another way is to pray over it. I wouldn't pray over it. I wouldn't pray over that. I would definitely change your diet. I would do that. But, you can't force people. You can't. And there's a cat out here. It's in heat. You hear that? Saw her this morning. So, people, you can't. It's pointless. You're spending your time on that. Well, there's so much out there that you can do. You don't have to try to conform people to your beliefs.